Welcome to the intersection of technology, cybersecurity, and society. Welcome to ITSP Magazine. Thank you for joining us for this conversation.
Blue Lava is the first business platform for CISOs to manage their security program. Blue Lava guides security leaders to effectively measure, optimize, and communicate their security program with confidence and ease in one platform. Learn more at bluelava.net. HITRUST is a leading data protection standards development and certification organization that strives to safeguard sensitive information and manage information risk for global organizations across all industries and throughout the third-party supply chain. Learn more at hitrustalliance.net. CrowdSec, the collaborative and open source cybersecurity solution. Analyze behaviors, respond to attacks, and share signals across the community for free. Let's make the internet safer together. Learn more at crowdsec.net.
Black Cloak provides concierge cybersecurity protection to corporate executives and high net worth individuals to protect against hacking, reputational loss, financial loss, and the impact of a corporate data breach. Learn more at blackcloak.io.
Marco.
Sean.
I'm riding the cloud.
You're riding the cloud? Are you doing it securely?
I'm poking holes in the cloud, I should say.
Sounds like you're going to need some pen testing going on.
It's going to rain vulnerabilities, Marco.
Let me get a really, really heavy umbrella because it's not going to be good. Not going to be good. Let's prevent that.
I think you can't, as security, you can't prevent everything, but you certainly should have some awareness and visibility into what's going on, so you know how to treat things and where your risk is and deal with that. And that's what our good friend, host of the Hacker Factory podcast, is doing. He gives back so much to the community in so many ways. Written a book to help people get into the role and world of pen testing. And he has a session at RSA Conference called Building a Cloud-Based Pen Testing Platform. Look at that. Here on our Chats on the Road, RSA Conference 2022 is Phillip Wylie.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're good. We're good. The conference is upon us.
Yes.
And you're one of the lucky few that have found their way through with a great topic, relevant topic, and into a session at RSA Conference. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to be talking about, Phillip.
Sure. Before I get into that, this is kind of would be kind of our friendiversary, because the 2019 RSA was where we all first met.
That is so true.
I remember that very well.
Yeah, Chloe.
Very well.
Chloe introduced us.
Chloe Mistagi, correct. Yeah. Shout out to her, which she's also presenting at RSA Conference.
Several times at RSA Conference.
Several times.
Like 3 or 4 times.
We're going to do a Chats on the Road with her as well to talk about all the stuff she's doing. And yeah, I mean, ultimately it's about the friendships that we make.
Definitely.
About the community that we have. And we're grateful for you, Phillip, and all that you do and for your show being on ITSP Magazine. So take it away. What are you up to?
Yeah, my session is going to be on building a cloud-based pen testing platform. And a lot of times, companies, this is important information to people that are bug bounty hunters, as well as, freelance pen testers, corporate pen testers. And this is based on experience of some of the platforms I've used as a pen tester, because you have to have a way to pen test your external infrastructure. And so one of the best ways to do that is hosting it in the cloud. You can use a VPN to connect from home from your computer, but some of the things we run into is if you lose power at home, whatever scans you're running stops. And if you need to move on and work somewhere else, a different location, then you have to stop, sometimes pause what you're doing. And with a cloud-based platform, you have your virtual servers running in the cloud that you can do all your scanning. You can collaborate with other teammates and all sorts of stuff, as well as running different automations in the cloud. So It's a pretty important topic, and especially for those just getting started out that haven't worked in an organization that has that type of setup.
So I'm glad you just went there, because I was going to ask you. So who's for this presentation? I mean, who you are expecting to come to see you, and also what do you think they're going to get out of it, or what you hope they're going to get out of it?
Yeah, just kind of give them a solution, a way that they could do their external testing. What I see is probably pen testers new into the field, aspiring pen testers, or people that work within an organization that periodically has to do some vulnerability scanning or pen testing, just to show them a way to set this up. And it's very scalable. You can do it very affordably, and you can get as expensive and scale as much as you want.
Let's get expensive and scale, Phillip. Let's do that. That's always a fun way to do it.
Yeah.
As many tools to manage the tools, as many tools to manage the team that manages the tools. Let's pull it all in there. Right?
Yeah.
Let's just load it up. Now, I'm joking a bit, but I'm assuming, are you going to get into some of the techniques and the processes and the tools that make this possible?
Yeah, mainly it's from the platform standpoint. We're really not going to get into the pen testing tools, but just basically the infrastructure for that setup. And there's so many different ways you could do this too. You could have like a couple of virtual servers. You could have your hash cracking or password cracking setups in the cloud too. That way it's easier to share those resources. And sometimes with pen testing, maybe you're dealing with some large password files and you're able to share it in the cloud and easily transfer, opposed if you're trying to use maybe Google Cloud or something like that. You may not have enough space on your cloud storage to share those passwords, but if you have your cloud environment set up, you can do that, and you're a little less restricted on the things you can do there, as well as sharing pen test reports, hosting different pen test report writing platforms as well.
So without your session, Phillip, what's kind of the general gist of things at the moment? Is it a free-for-all mismatch of things available? Do you feel that red teamers and pen testers encounter different challenges all the time that this is going to really help them with, or do you see some folks already moving this direction?
Yeah, this is something that's been going on for a while. It's just, you saw it more with the consulting area, and you see a lot of bug bounty hunters having at least a virtual private server running in the cloud to be able to perform their testing and stuff. So it's something that's been going on. I would say maybe people that are corporate pen testers are more later to adopt this. And I've been in organizations before where we had to perform some testing externally. So we had to spin up a virtual private server in like DigitalOcean or something like that. So it's something that's been going on. Some people do things differently. A lot of companies at one time just hosted stuff in their own organization, and then you test it outbound from there. So some organizations I work for consulting wise, they just hosted stuff in their own data center, which is kind of a similar type thing. Now cloud just makes it easier to do this.
We certainly know the other side of the coin. The cyber criminals are using the technologies to do their deeds.
So I want to be out there and do a little bit of taking this opportunity for a bit of self-promotion for the show that you have on ITSP Magazine. And also you mentioned an anniversary of when we met back in RSA Conference, and it's we're talking about, now you have 63 episodes on the Hacker Factory on ITSP Magazine. As we present your session there, I would love to hear what is meant to you to have all this conversation with so many interesting people in the community, and how maybe that reflect to the way that now you go to conference as well, like the human community factor apart from your expertise in what you do.
Yeah, speaking of the conference thing, I always love connecting with people, and that's one of the things I like so much about meeting in person. You can connect virtually to some degree. When you speak at a conference, you can talk to people afterwards, trying to communicate through Discord and Slack. Sometimes people don't take the opportunity, although they could message you and carry on a conversation. But in person is so much better. And that's one of the things that's been great about doing the podcast is connecting with different people. Some people already knew, some people I didn't know that well, got to know their story a little bit better, and sharing those stories, because a lot of the things I do is to help others. And the podcast has really helped do that, to share different stories, to encourage people, let them know they could do it. And part of the inspiration was whenever I do my conference talks, especially when it's something related to how to get into the industry, I always share my wrestling story, my bear wrestling pick, to show people that this is someone that, wasn't really using their mind to do something. And, people see, they think of athletes sometimes as just big, dumb people. And, I kind of thought that's about myself. So I like to share things to encourage people. And the show has done that as well, because I have people all the time. I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 50 years old. Am I too old to get started? And I've had people on my podcast that have been in their 50s when they got started. So it's just a good way to inspire people. And
yeah, you are an inspiration, Phillip. And the proof in that is you've had so many amazing guests, and your show's up for an award. One of the new podcasts up for an award, which is really, really cool. And 63 episodes, running strong, lots to go. And I think, it all boils, you kind of brought it to the point, Phillip, that it's all about the human, right? And it's all about the connections that we make. And I would invite everybody to do two things. One, attend Phillip's session so you can learn about building a cloud-based pen testing platform. And two, take a moment to stick around and meet Phillip and chat with him and learn more about him and the work he does. He has an amazing book that gets accolades all over the place as well. And he's just an all-around amazing dude. And I'm thrilled to call you a friend, Phillip, and thankful your show's on ITSP Magazine. Grateful for the work you do for the community, including your session at RSA Conference. Remind everybody when that is.
Yes, it's at 1 p.m. on Thursday, the 9th. It's in the Dark Arts Sandbox. And directly following that, I'm doing a book signing. They actually have my book there in the RSA bookstore, and I'll be doing a book signing following my session.
Nice one.
Nice. And I just want to remind everybody that the dark art is not about Harry Potter. It's about cybersecurity. And you know where my head goes when I talk about these things. Really, jokes apart, Phillip, was so honored to call you a friend. So honored to have you on ITSP Magazine as a host, and excited for all the people that are going to get to meet you and to hear you at this year's conference. So good luck with that. And I know we will connect actually. As you're there, we're going to stream live few things with you and all the other hosts that are going to be there. So exciting time, great week ahead.
Yep. Everybody stay tuned to itspmagazine.com/RSAC. All of our coverage is there, including this episode and those with the other hosts and some amazing keynote speakers as well. So thanks everybody for listening. Thanks, Phillip.
Thank you.
Black Cloak provides concierge cybersecurity protection to corporate executives and high net worth individuals to protect against hacking, reputational loss, financial loss, and the impacts of a corporate data breach. Learn more at blackcloak.io.
CrowdSec, the collaborative and open source cybersecurity solution. Analyze behaviors, respond to attacks, and share signals across the community for free. Let's make the internet safer together. Learn more at crowdsec.net. HITRUST is a leading data protection standards development and certification organization that strives to safeguard sensitive information and manage information risk for global organizations across all industries and throughout the third-party supply chain. Learn more at hightrustalliance.net.
Blue Lava is the first business platform for CISOs to manage their security program. Blue Lava guides security leaders to effectively measure, optimize, and communicate their security program with confidence and ease in one platform. Learn more at bluelava.net.
If you enjoyed this podcast, share ITSP Magazine with your friends, family, and colleagues. If you represent a company and wish to associate your brand with our conversations, sponsor one or more of our columns. Thank you for listening.